Alrighty, we are locked. What up, chat? How we doing, dude? We're back, baby. We are so back. What's up, big dogs? How do we feel about the ALGS Open? Did we like the open style? Did we not appreciate the open style? Did we think it was a better viewing experience than other tournaments? Did you think that it was kind of dog shit compared to what else we used to watch? I thought it was good, loved it, like the open style, true, for sure. I couldn't agree more that I like the style of it. So I think there's like two sides to it. The viewing experience, I think, was absolutely terrible, for sure. I think the viewing experience was absolutely horrible. There just needs to be more streams, or face it needs to be good. It's as simple as that. That was by far one of the worst viewing experiences I think a viewer could have had for an upcoming or a first LAN at home. Being there is different because you get to just hang out at the stages and see what's going on. But for a viewer at home, that was by far one of the worst viewing experiences of all time. No doubt. And that's where me and Greek, I think, kind of were just, it was a whole big thing. But I think it was a fantastic thing for the Apex community in general. Absolute massive W to see so many up-and-coming names have a chance in the spotlight and really kind of make a name for themselves, like Twerkaholics. I mean, even Orchid, like Panic and the boys getting absolutely massive come-ups. Yeah, I think it was a really, really positive, beneficial thing for the overall amateur CC squadrons that were participating in this tournament, for sure. Viewing experience was terrible. And I do want to touch on that again, because obviously I didn't get to talk about everything I wanted to on the B stream. So for me, one of the main things, I think a really big thing was, my vibe was like not killed, but it was definitely weird. So when we first went in there, bro, we didn't really know what was going on with 4 lobbies, etc. We didn't really know like the scheduling I was working and everything, which I think that led me and Greek to feel like very overwhelmed from the B stream, because no matter what we watched, it was going to be bad. Someone was going to get over, and someone's POV, like we watched one lobby different from the mainstream, that's still 2 lobbies not being watched at all, for sure. And I think that's just like an extremely negative experience for everybody involved, including us in the B stream. I do think if they have, listen, there's a lot of people that would go and watch party at LAN with like a C stream or a D stream and be obligated to watch certain lobbies. I think that's a really smart thing to do, is hire more creators. I don't know why they didn't do that this year. I don't know why they thought that orgs would be happy about their players not being able to be watched. I thought that was like a really, really big oversight, not the Minus Tempo company, but I thought that was a really big oversight, dude. And I don't really understand as to how that's not taken care of, which is why I think I got so annoyed that me and Greek were getting on. I don't think people realize, bro, that we are the B stream, but we've only had one tournament like that. Like people really need to understand. The only tournament we ever really had to watch other POVs or we were assigned to was literally just Sweden. And that was the first one ever for us, dude. And the last one where we had to watch different ones than the mainstream, right? That was where we were contractually obligated to do so. So when we were getting on, it just felt so weird because we're not there. If we were signed by EA and by ALGS to watch party other stuff, we would have navigated that contract way differently. So that's why we were like blindsided all the hate, because it doesn't make any sense. We haven't been signed to do that since 3.5 years ago. And that's why we were just so lost, how it's our obligation to do that when we're not the multi-million-dollar company that's running the esports tournament. And I don't want to like throw blame on EA and ALGS, because obviously I love everybody there, but that's not, me and Greek are just creators. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just the creators who make watch parties happen, and that's really it. We're not the ones behind the production. So it felt really weird for like us to get the backlash and the hate, and not the actual multi-million-dollar company that's running the tournament itself. So it didn't really make much sense. And my DMs were crazy. Like, I want to point out, like, I would not have cared if like the chat was just complaining, because it is dog. And like, complaining makes sense. The viewing experience is not fun. But my DMs were crazy. Like, it was insane. I had people telling me that I had an ego. I forgot where I came from. I had no idea what was happening. And it was just so weird. Like, really mean things just being said left and right. I was like, bro, what am I? Like, I don't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. It was weird. So that's why I had to put a tweet out in general. But it was really awkward. And that's kind of where it was. Because in that situation, bro, I'm put in a really dog spot. You guys don't understand, man. Like, in that situation, I'm put in such a bad spot where the community's mad at me, and if I say something where I think it's more to blame ALGS and EA, then I have people from ALGS and EA mad at me. Like, I can't win, right? If I stick up for myself, I'm an to like the community, and then if I stick up to myself and be like, yo, maybe like we shouldn't be the ones preparing all this because we're not. We're just there to literally watch party. I get like some flack from like the more production side of things that I shouldn't be saying their names. Like, that's all it is. So it's weird. It's an awkward spot for me, which is why I felt so pressured to put a tweet out. And it just shouldn't be happening. Like, regardless of me and Greek or whatever it may be, dude, just add more streams next time. Or make Face It good. Like, I don't know if it's on Face It. I don't know if it's on like the production side of things and like the stream to Face It needs to be better or the servers. But like, dude, if we do another ALGS Open, and this is, I'm 99% sure that we are not seeing another open style tournament for the next 2 LANs, which is good because we are not prepared for that. Evidently, obviously, we were not. I think if they ever do an ALGS Open again, bro, we need, listen, if you don't want to hire more watch parties, bro, the casters work their ass off and they do such a good job. But there are a lot of casters, man, that only cast a certain amount of games. Toss them on a side stage and just let them cast some on Play Apex 2, Play Apex 3, Play Apex 4. You know what I'm saying? I think throw those casters that maybe even want more shine, like more time to actually work on their craft. Like, I know Zephyr and Dio would never complain about casting more lobbies on the side stages. They wouldn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a really good idea. So maybe make like, if you don't want to hire, you know, people to do like the C stream and the D stream, whatever it may be, I think you got to really lock the in and make ask the casters to do that for sure. Every lobby has to be covered because, bro, it's bad for the community, right? And it's not a good look when you're an org paying your players and then your games are never showcased to the broadcast. Like, there's no broadcast for my players that I'm paying. I can't watch, as the owner of an org, my team play. That's crazy. That just can never be a thing. And no matter what, even if me and Greek watched a different lobby, bro, there were still 2 other lobbies not being covered no matter what. So that's why me and Greek are like, bro, no matter what, someone's going to be mad at us. Like, if we watch the Falcons lobby, then we don't get to watch this one, and there's still another one we're not watching. So we were just like, dude, let's just watch the best ones we think, bro, and provide the best content, because no matter what, someone was getting over. Like, no matter what lobby me and Greek were watching, someone was getting. And that's the truth. And that's how it went. And next time, if we do another ALGS Open, needs to be prepared. We need every lobby covered. And that's facts, and I can agree with that. Now, I wanted to say that real quick, but I don't think we have another ALGS Open style for this next year for the ALGS streams or ALGS LANs, which is good, because I don't think we're prepared for that yet. But overall, when I give a perspective from someone at the LAN, it's kind of good, dude. I thought the actual environment at the LAN was really fun. It gave me like a low-key, old-school MLG Call of Duty Halo vibe, having the side stages, hearing people scream for their favorite teams, having like players stand up and pop off on the other players. Like, dude, it was really cool. I do like the environment. But I think from the viewership side of things, and this is like the analytical side that I don't really like to get into in the business side, for the B stream, man, scrims leading up to the LAN wasn't really good, right? Like, I think we could all agree that ALGS Open scrims were not nearly as exciting or as intense as like the champs scrims were last year. And it affected overall viewership. I think we could all agree on that, right? I think everyone in this chat felt it too. And that's just the truth. Multiple lobbies set up. There'd be maybe players that people aren't familiar with. Like, there was just not a lot of hype leading up to the ALGS Open. And maybe that was because of it being the first of its kind. But I do just think it's better to have those 40 teams that qualify really qualify and be there. Now, another thing I want to point out, right, is I feel like Pro League's not really as important every time now. We have ALGS Open. Pro League leading up to a LAN, it's not nearly as exciting. And I think we can all agree on that as well, right? I think we all agree that like that feeling of watching teams trying to qualify into the top blank of their overall leaderboard was one of the most fun parts to make LAN. I think majority of viewers can agree with that for sure. 100%. Like, oh my God, this is the last week before LAN. Who's going to clutch up? Who's going to get kicked? Blah, blah, blah. And we didn't really get that, right, for this LAN specifically. It's important, obviously, for EWC, but that didn't really affect the ALGS Open in any way because we're all qualified anyway. So that was kind of a little bit weird. How did we feel about legend bans and 4 maps before we move into Roster Mania? World's Edge at LAN, phenomenal again. 10 out of 10 games. E-District, 15 out of 10. By far the best map ever created for Apex Legends competitive gameplay. That map looked so good. It played so good. E-District was amazing. I will say, though, I don't like the 4 map style. I kind of think 3 should be the stick for what we do. We should stick to 3, plan that out a little bit better, and decide which map to take out and which to put in. I really don't mind Broken Moon being pulled out. As much as I love watching Broken Moon, I don't mind Broken Moon being pulled out and just keeping Storm Point, World's Edge, and E-District in. I don't think Broken Moon really did so much for me at LAN. As much as I thought it was going to do. It was all right. It was okay. Didn't really provide too much exciting gameplay. Not like an amazing amount of outplays that came through it. Some of the games were exciting, like some Breaker Wharf games, but it just didn't have the intensity of every other map that it had. So, yeah, I would actually be probably open to the idea, and this might sound crazy, of Broken Moon gone and a Kings Canyon revamp being added in. That's only if the map gets revamped, though. That's the only map we can. We can't do it off what it is now. But yes, that's my overall consensus. I had a lot of people asking my opinions on it after the LAN, but obviously I didn't stream, so there you go. Massive shout out to Falcons, obviously. Like, massive shout out to Falcons. I knew once they made it past that day, bro, of the elimination days, I was like, yeah, these are winning, bro. These are winning. For sure. I literally looked at Greek and I was like, bro, I think Falcons 100% could win tomorrow. They just made it out of the toughest day possible. They're either going to get 20th tomorrow from the mental boom or just snap. And they snap, bro. And shout out to Twerkaholics. But shout out to Hal, man. I mean, the consistency that Hal has provided throughout the whole entire Apex career that he's had is unbelievable, man. And honestly, dude, I love Hal. He's one of the hardest workers I know. Me and him have definitely... some shit he says on stream pisses me the off, but overall, dude, I love Hal a lot, dude. And I think he's a good guy. And I also love, dude, even Zero, got to know Zero a little more this LAN. I've definitely got closer with him, which is really cool. And then Waltzy, I've known forever, and I love Waltzy to death. Absolutely love that guy. Such a stand-up dude, one of the nicest individuals of all time. And that roster deserved it. Shout out Drugger, shout out Privacy, even Alpine, all the way the manager. Just a hard-working crew that deserved a LAN win. Really did. They deserved that win, bro, after those 2 days of elimination brackets. They really did. Now,